obviously. What did you think of his first year with the Lions? And just mad with that maybe.
Taylor had a great year with the Lions. First round pick, really cool. Went in and played at a high level. So I know a lot of people were proud of him for what he did. And yeah, he did a great job.
What's the best piece of advice he gave you, if anything, about this experience or going to the NFL as a whole?
Yeah, he's been prepping me a lot for this whole experience and pretty much just taking me through what's going to happen each day, how the medical exams are going to go, how you're always on the move, you're going to be tired. So just prepping me for that and letting me know what to expect has definitely been a big help.
And play next to him if you ever had that chance again?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You just talked about going against guys like your Dolphins every day in practice, the NFL now, having that experience against guys of that caliber, even at the collegiate level, knowing you're playing against pro talent.
Yeah, that's what you get when you go to Ohio State, and I feel like that's why we were able to get pretty good at times because of the talent you go against in practice. So you had Joey Bosa, Adolphus Washington, Jonathan Hankins, John Simon, our linebackers, Darren Lee. Everyone's an NFL caliber player, so you go against that talent every day. And I think that's why we have a good track record of NFL, or guys transitioning well to the NFL and playing at a high level.
Pat, how much have you changed physically, I guess, since the end of the season till now?
I think I've definitely changed a lot. Changed my eating habits completely, and I think that's mainly what it is. So I've definitely got leaner, got stronger, and I'm healthier, in better shape. I feel great. This is the best I've ever felt.
So do you think, did you need a different body type for the pros as opposed to college? What went into, I guess, making these changes now as opposed to a couple years ago so you look that way when you were at State?
I don't think you necessarily need them. I think it's an advantage of being leaner, carrying less body fat, just being more efficient with everything, just not only in football but for your general health. So my trainer is very knowledgeable on that subject, and he puts the rookies through kind of like a camp through physically and the way you eat. Yeah, I think it's gonna help me a good amount.
What sort of advantage is it, you think, coming from more of a pro style offense and some of these wide open spreads that a lot of teams, a lot of offensive linemen have struggled coming into the NFL?
What's the question?
What sort of advantage is it to come from an offense that is more pro style than some of the wide open spread offenses that the offensive linemen have struggled?
We didn't have a pro style. We ran a spread.
No, I know, but it was a little more. It wasn't the Texas Tech, Washington.
Right. Just being familiar and how to run those plays. I feel like mentally it just preps you more. The way you can go in and make an easy transition into the playbook, which is ultimately where it all begins mentally. So I think it just makes that transition smoother.
Pat, you played guard and center both at a high level. What have you been telling teams that you want to play in the NFL?
I tell them I'd play either, obviously. Told them that I have experience starting at right, left, guard, and center, and that I'm able to play all three and switch around, be versatile, and I feel like that's a good marketing tool for me. So I just tell them whatever the need is, I can do it and do it at a high level.
Yeah, what's your move because Ohio State needed you to make that move from guard to center, and when you made that move, you became an award winner for the best center in the country. When did that move click for you, and what do you think helped you along the way? If there's a moment or a time where you can recall it clicking because of how much success you had at that center position change?
I can remember the very first game against Bowling Green where I've always kind of been the backup, but I haven't really taken many competitive snaps out in a game at center. And I just remember that game, my first full-time game at center, where I played at a high level, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do this just like I did at guard. So that's when I kind of felt really comfortable and kind of got in my groove at playing center.
What are the main differences between guard and center? What do you think the biggest, and the reason why I ask is you obviously know Billy is attempting to do what you did.
Right.
What are the biggest pieces of advice you might give Billy, and what do you think were the most challenging things you had to overcome to make that position switch?
The most challenging is definitely the mental aspect you have to be the confident leader on that line when you're at center. So not just, knowing the offense to yourself and knowing what defense you're going against, you have to portray your confidence throughout the line to kind of make everyone else feel confident. So I feel like just having the ability to do that is huge, probably the toughest thing. Being able to portray that confidence throughout your line mates to make them feel comfortable. And then just going out and playing like you know what you're doing and knowing how to execute everything. So
knowing Billy's personality, it seems like that would be something that would come natural.
Yeah, Billy's going to do that. I think Billy's going to do exactly what I did and win all the accolades postseason and do all that.
How much did he talk to you about the switch? Because he chose to do what he did.
Right.
For a fifth year.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely talked about it a lot. And Billy was, always had a little bit of center background too. He's taken, he's been at center for a few spring ball sessions. So he's always had that ability, and I think he's going to transition well through this spring and just kind of build his confidence up. And then the guys around him will get more confidence in him once they see him.
Were you ever surprised at how naturally it seemed to come for you? The fact that, not that you didn't put in the work, but the fact that you were standing on the NCAA awards stage for the best center in the country when you weren't even a center 12 months earlier. Do you ever think about that, surprised by how naturally that came for you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to think about it like that. But yeah, like you said, I've got a lot of reps at center, and the transition was just smooth for me. And just a credit to all the people around me who helped me make that transition. Jacoby Boren, he helped me make that transition a lot. If there's any questions about the mental aspect of the game, he's someone you could go to, and he had the answer every time. Every time he had an answer for you. So even when I was a guard and I wanted to know why something was going on, or I would go to Jacoby, and he helped me make that transition mentally, which, like I said earlier, is I think the toughest transition or aspect of the transition.
What would you say is your pitch to the NFL? What's your pitch to NFL teams? They say, what do you bring to us?
I can play left guard, center, and right guard at a high level, and yeah.
Did you happen to meet with the Jets so far?
Yeah, I've met with, I think, almost every team. So yeah.
At the next level, obviously you did a lot of shotgun in school. The next level, not as much of that.
Right.
Snapping the ball, you have to make an adjustment.
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. So you just got to get more reps of that and get comfortable doing that. Just as if you were going under center a lot, then you'd have to make that adjustment to go in shotgun snap. So it's a minor adjustment. Just got to get reps at it and get comfortable doing it. Yeah, got a few. One, the play against Alabama when he took off and scored that touchdown. Remember when we used to do the salmon all the time? And he did that a lot, which is very, we remember him for that. Zeke kind of brought the salmon alive. Man, just what a guy Zeke is. What a guy.
What's kind of this week been? You said Taylor kind of briefed you on how intense this is and how you don't get a break ever.
Yeah.
What's it kind of been like? Has it been what you expected, or more intense, or what?
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. This place is a machine. How they're pumping guys through, doctor exams, left and right. It's just one after another, full examination of everything. So those teams are knowing what they're getting. It's actually a pretty cool process when you take a step back and look at it. But yeah, it's everything that I was prepped on. You're up. Yesterday I was up at 4 for a drug test and was busy all the way until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Just constantly talking to people, psychological testing, formal interviews with teams. It's a grind, but it's really exciting. This is the dream.
Pat, you were a big part of the 2015 team, obviously, that had that major class a year ago. What do you remember about the 2015 team at Ohio State, all the talent? And is that a season that, for all the things that you accomplished, that your career might stick out as something that you wish might have gone differently?
Yeah, at Ohio State, you want to win a championship every year, so obviously we didn't do that. And I think that team's going to go down as one of the most talented teams ever in college football, so that's definitely going to stand out. But what also is going to stand out is how we faced adversity through the end of the season and came back and beat two really good teams in a handily fashion at the end of the season. So that's what's going to stick out to me most. And just all those great players that got drafted, just they were great guys too, and just to be on the same team as them was pretty cool.
Hey Pat,
so I look forward to it.
Hey Pat,
To the senior bowl?
Yes.
And you turned it down?
Yes.
What went into that decision?
Just decided that it wasn't the best decision for me at the time.
Was it anything to do with, like, I know you had been coming back from the shoulder and stuff, I didn't know, like, physically maybe you didn't want to be put that to or something.
No, shoulder's feeling good, bench today. So just at the time, it wasn't the best decision for me.
How'd you do on the bench?
I got 22 reps.
Happy with that?
It's okay right now, but I'm going to do more at Pro Day.
What'd you weigh in at?
303.
Is that what you would shot for? Because we saw some photos when you were working with Charles that you had kind of toned some things up.
Yeah, I definitely got leaner, and I put on some weight. So I think I put on some muscle mass, lost some body fat, and I'm feeling great.
Pat, what do you enjoy most about playing center?
Being in control, being the guy. I think center's like a marquee position, especially on the whole offense. So it's kind of that swagger that goes along with the position. It's pretty cool.
And when you were coming back from the shoulder, you were going through position change too. Do you think being able to overcome that adversity and have the success you did will help you as you move forward?
Yeah, facing any adversity, I feel helps you. So just using the experience, because no matter what, you're going to face adversity in life, no matter if on the football field, in life, family, whatever it may be. So I feel like overcoming any adversity helps prep you for what life holds in front of you.
Hey, Pat, you were one of the guys that committed to Ohio State during a very rough transitional time for the program. The coach wasn't there yet, and it was just, you loved Ohio State. When you look at the way the program is now versus the program that you entered, what can you say about the growth of the program? And did you ever think being a three-star for Pickerington would turn out to you being on this podium right now?
Man, pretty cool. No, I never thought that being, barely making it to Ohio State, that I'd be on this podium at the combine, and I still reflect on it every chance I can. Thanks for bringing it up again, because it's put a big smile on my face. But yeah, it's a dream come true. I'm living my dream every day. And to have the career that I had at Ohio State, really not knowing what I was going into, just knowing that I wanted to be a Buckeye, I don't think you could write a better story. So be a part of that, and not only myself, my family is pumped about everything, and they're on their way to Indy right now to watch tomorrow. So it's going to be another step in the journey, and we're all excited to be a part of it.
All right, thank you.
All right.